bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got 4 white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my frames ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress, and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head, locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills for me? Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Yesterday, all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just Saturday, all this panic in my mind. In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh, oh, no thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white, and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind our manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. If we're naive, at least we think we're sure of something. I'm not worried of late losing sleep at night. We drew our lines and met up right around the middle. I'll be okay as long as you're here by my side. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. I think I've been thinking too much. Hurt myself in check, but it's been one of those months where I feel everything a little too much, too deep. And I got 4 A's sitting pretty in my hand, but late at night I'm praying now the dice are gonna land until my heart is racing and I'm stressing in my sleep. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. I'm all good, I'm can't hurt. But baby, if I'm honest, you know I've been taking stock of every perfect little win and every close near loss I meet. And we're most fast, run all the worst stuff. And once my wheels are turning, it's just how to turn them off. So put some sugar on my ear and tell me something sweet. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. It's been a while, we haven't talked. I had some time to think us through. I promise I'm not looking for you, but here you are in all the words I thought I'd say. Have given up, but gotten lost in one good look in your two eyes. I'm on the floor. I thought that door was shut. I guess it's all that it takes. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? Were you with both your empty arms and me with no self-control? I never stood a chance, and now I guess that it's too late. 'Cause I can barely say hello, and I know that I can hold on my peace like no hard feelings at all, and start all over again. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress, and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head and locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills for me? Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills. No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Setting all this panic in my mind. 'cause I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. 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 Oh, oh, No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind our manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, if I don't know a thing about love. I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, if I don't know a thing about love. I know about us. If we're naive, at least we think we're sure.
All right, everybody, it is unexpected victory time, and they're up against the bigger bots today in an all-Canadian matchup and a rematch from last season. And I'm very, very excited for this one for a ton of reasons. Because last time they played against each other, UV1 won 16-14. Sounded like a close game. That was also the game where UV1 were up 14-1 in the first half. So, just an absolutely nutty game there for sure. Oops, I didn't actually pause the music. Absolutely nutty game for sure. And I'm just excited to see what will happen in this game, because that was one of the craziest games. For you to be up 14-1 and bigger bots to bring it all the way to 15-14, UV1 ended up closing it out before the need for overtime. But absolute insanity that was how that game went. Both these teams dominated so much on the CT side of that. That was on an Inferno last season. So we'll see how this goes on here. So it might make the knife round real important to get that good start, because if both teams are so dominant on the CT side like they were last time, it could be interesting. Well, let's see how these two teams improved. Well, folks, I'm Johnny Esports. I'm your play-by-play on the day. I didn't introduce myself because I was too excited to talk about the storyline. Yeah, I'm here to do play-by-play and be on this broadcast and talk about the action and all of that. So, yeah, it was pretty an insane match. The bigger bots also made it to the fourth round of the playoffs last season, so I think they were just on the other side of the bracket there. So bigger bots just... They could have potentially been in the finals, which would have been kind of a nutty final if that was the case. But they get the rematch now here today in Overpass. We saw UV1 in Overpass yesterday, making pretty easy work yesterday, getting it done and proving they're right where they belong here in the main division. And for me, I'm not gonna lie, there was like this. There was some nervous energy of me thinking of like when they were gonna get their first win, and not because I didn't have confidence in the boys, but because like I don't know, it's a new season. You see that 0, they lose the first game, you're like, ooh, and that first game was real tough. To be fair, they had really tough opponents, but they also kind of were as admitted by Vampy a tiny bit off. It felt like in that game they weren't quite hitting their shots, and we noted that on the broadcast too in that game number 1. But they came back in game number 2 and looked like themselves. In fact, they were actually introducing more aggressive play from Vampy and company. So that'll be fun to watch, to see if that continues on. Vampy and Naf maybe both being crazy lurkers here. And yeah, like I said, this knife round might be relatively important because of how important CT side seems to be in this round. Right now, UV1 are in a 2v1 with their knives here. Bukovic, though, does take down Naft, but in the end, Egglet will clutch out the knife round for unexpected victory. So they're likely to start on the CT side here. And we're in it now, folks. It's a beautiful day for Counter-Strike, back-to-back. We played just yesterday, and we got right into the action here on today. So very excited to see this one push forward and get here and playing and getting here for some Counter-Strike and some unexpected victory action. So let me see it in chat, folks. Let me see what you think about this matchup. Last time to note, too, they did have 2 race car in. So that it will be the slightly different part of this matchup than last time. 2 race car did pop off on that CT side when they were up 14-1. But not here today. Let's see if someone else be able to pop off on this side instead. But we're actually starting this game with a pause, as someone seemed to have disconnected. It looks like T1N is reconnecting here. And the rosters for tonight, let's announce the bigger bots. They have Snowman, Neat, Bukovac, Randy, and T1N, or Tin. Let's go with Tin. That's probably funnier to say. I almost positive I said T1N every single time when we were playing before. Davos, Egglet, Naf, Vampy, and Alpha are your starting lineup here for unexpected victory. And see what they got going. On Overpass, they had a very, very good game going on. They lost some ecos that made it close early on in yesterday's game, but once everything settled down, it went fine here. And here's Vampy playing aggressively. He picks up 2 headshots to get this one started, and he is right there, and he's ready to play already. So that's a quick 2 for 1 put on by Vampy's aggressive play. Deimos now potentially will meet them over here in long if they can go this way, but no, they're actually moving through Park Connector there. So see if they end up going through short A or go through connector towards B. Who knows? They have options. Meanwhile, we watch Randy over here looking towards Monster. And yeah, they are starting to move through water there, so they are starting to make the hit over here. Naf waiting in the wings, finds a quick headshot, misses that one, and eventually Tin turns the corner and takes him down. But Alpha will take out Randy, leaving Tin by themselves. Now what can Tin do? He's completely surrounded, does find Deimos there, fires some shots, but is currently going to run away from this situation. A good start here so far for unexpected victory as they're up 3-1. Tin does have the bomb, so he's trying to do the oop to you and go back to the A site. Just kidding. Oop to you, back to the B site. Tin trying their best to see if they can find a way to get an open plant, because I think they're at this point thinking if I could at least just get this plant down, which is what's happening right now, they at least get the plant money. So good of Tin to go back and forth to be able to eventually pull that off. Alpha does take him out, so Tin salvages something out of that round, but unexpected victory will take the pistol round. And we'll now go to 2 and 3 in pistol rounds in the season. See, I can remember things. Binkerbot, same team, different roster from last year. Yeah, there's some different players here. I do recognize Tin, and I think Bukovac at the very least. I'm just tabbing real quick to see if I get... Yeah, those 2 were there. Glist is not here anymore. Meat is still here. So Snowman and Randy are different players from that team. So good to note, Ornament, slightly different players over there on that side. Of course, 2 race car was playing for Naft in that game when they faced each other. So new roster, so they don't expect exactly the same amount of things. And right now we got it started off here, but Binkerbots, despite losing that round, of course, they got the bomb plant, which affords them a little bit of extra cash. So they've forced up the Galils here on this one, trying to just steal back around from UV1, who of course have the 1 M4 Malphite, but 3 FAMASes and an MP9. Patient play putting here by bigger bots. They're waiting to potentially look at an A hit here through A short. Naf throwing out that flash, but they're starting to make the hit towards A here. They're coming in on it now. Deimos tries to get some damage in there, does get a little bit. They're able to take out 1. Bukovac is able to finish off another. Meanwhile, Egglet is stuck behind the smoke in his 3v3 as Egglet wants to help, but a couple of them from back of sight are trying to fight here. Naf is going to grab this M4 and try to do some damage. Bomb probably... No, bomb is not in their hands, so they can't plant it yet. Egglet, in fact, is watching over the bomb, so they have to go through Egglet's crosshair to get there. Egglet does only have 11 HP, though, so not perfect, that's for sure. Naft finds Randy, who's trying to sneak behind him, and then is able to tag meet there. One of the last shot being a wall bang, and UV1 will go up 2-0, but decent amount of damage done by bigger bots at the very least, but they'll be forced to eco now. Yes, if you can see that Ownerman in chat showed off our new bot command there. UV1 has partnered with Canada Helps, so if you want to check out that link that is there on canadahelps.org, UV1 is definitely a very, very proud organization to be helping out a very, very great cause. So definitely check out that link whenever you type !cancer to help with that cause. Back to the action here as UV1 are up 2-0, and of course they're now in this anti-eco. Some decent amount of damage done by bigger bots, but it cost them quite a bit of cash to get it done. They weren't quite able to get it down, and killing the bomb carrier ended up being absolutely huge. 60 hertz in chat says, sup gang? Ooh, that's a nade. That's going to do a ton of damage to Bukovic. So they're down to 10 HP already. Likely won't be the one entry fragging there into that one. Meanwhile, Naft is staring at this wall, waiting for something to happen over there. Deimos is able to get a strike as they are starting to enter onto this A site. Deimos picking off a second one now. Playing around this truck perfectly. He's got himself 3K. He switches over to the USP, but Naft will take out the lurker over on the B site. And unexpected victory, go up to a quick 3-0 start. The interesting thing about this game is UV went up 3-0. That seems great. That seems awesome. They can go up 14-1 and it can still end up being a close game. Just between the history of, obviously, one map sample size. And UV1, obviously, both these rosters probably have improved since then. But it's one of those questions of how much has both of them improved since their meeting. It was pretty early in the season, last season when they met. And again, as noted in chat, slightly different roster here for bigger bots as we watch Tin hit a shot with the op onto Vampy. 5 HP left on Tin, though, there, so that could potentially be traded back relatively easily. But op getting the pick it needed. And they're tossing that gun away, so that can't be picked up later. Naft and Alphite here waiting on site on B for any sort of action here, but bigger bots right now are playing fairly far back, all of them in Fountain over here. But they're starting to make their way towards A long, maybe get a split A push. Deimos rotating back on over towards the A site. Tin finds another shot with their op, and that's a big advantage now that they've garnered here on the op here on round number 4. Smoke's coming in now. Flash coming through. Deimos still behind this truck. Let's see if they can do what they did last round, and they're going to need that kind of effort again. The bomb is starting to be planted over here, but Deimos gets taken out immediately by Bukovic. Alphite trades at least one more, but Bukovic finding another kill in this round. He's got himself 2. There's Naft picking up one more. He's shooting through the smoke, trying to hit onto someone. Again, Tin there with 5 HP. They just need to hit something on Tin, and maybe Alphite can clutch this out. Naft still playing around this corner, maybe even thinking about saving this M4 at this point. Finds no one through A long, everyone kind of through short, but can potentially get behind them here as they go through Park Connector in the bathroom. Here's them running out. Does Naft show face? Naft finds one, gets one exit frag there, and will save this M4 for the next round. Bigger bots win the first of this match, 3-1. And as we all know, if they can win one more round this half, they can very much win the second half. I'm sure UV1 kind of think about that game and a little bit know what they need to clean up to prevent that from happening once again. And I think it's the case of like, hey, you just can't take your foot off the pedal against a team this good. This team that obviously were able to qualify for main 2 as well, so very, very good team. UV1 is one of those teams that have such a high ceiling that when they're playing near their ceiling, it's like, man, sky's the limit. But every once in a while, they play near their floor. And that's what you kind of saw in the second half of their previous matchup. So they're not, I wouldn't say like they're wildly inconsistent. That sort of sounding like I suggesting that, but The reality is they just do have a floor. Most of the time they play closer to the ceiling. I actually think they are a very consistent team. But sometimes the shots don't hit. And you're like left wondering, like, man, why aren't shots hitting? Much like when I play, I just always think, why aren't shots hitting? Mostly because I'm bad. Tin looking through those off that really started last round off here, but Bukovac is starting off this round with a shot like that, finding Eglet tucked away in that corner there. Not expecting Bukovac to be stepping up, and with 40 seconds left to go, it looks like the hit is coming through A long. Demos throwing down the smoke to extinguish those flames so he can do what he did last time, but gets taken out immediately. Naft at least finds one more, but Tin and Meat and Randy all team up for a frag apiece to bring this back to within one. Unexpected victory up, still 3-2, but we'll likely have to, yeah, definitely will have to save here on this round, so this is likely looking at a tie game now. See here, it's in chat says, I'm doing good, ready to see the team win. I'm hoping for that too. Definitely be excited, but of course this round here, we're gonna see a little bit of a pause here, but unexpected victory, gone up to that early start, 3-0. Nice pistol round from them, led to a couple more round wins. It was Bigger Bots played aggressively in round number 2, buying up to a bunch of Galils in round number 2, but unexpected victory were able to still win that one and then win the ensuing eco. But since then, Bigger Bots have climbed back here to grab a couple in a row, largely on the back of Tin's op play. They're sitting at 6-3 now. Bukovac having a good match for themselves too now. They're sitting at 4-4, but still doing pretty decently as we are now starting up this eco round. And the eco round's being played real aggressively by UV1, and they're taking a ton of nades for doing so. Tin is going to shoot through that smoke and hit Vampy in the head with the op, and that will shut down the aggressive initial push by UV1. And let's see here, Demos is still trying to aggress onto them. Tries to hit some shots here, looking to find a head. Randy is able to take down Eglet and Demos, and Tin finishing off Nap. That will leave Alphite as last one standing, who did find a frag, and in fact, killed the Opper. He's able to throw away that Op too, so that's going to at least do some damage to their economy. He's going to try to flash for himself and make an aggressive play, but eventually goes down to Meat on that one. So, hey, not bad for Alphite to have killed the Opper and then got rid of the Op. So, basically a play to just charge a lot of money to Bingerbots' bank account. But this does tie the game back up to 3 apiece. I'm going to open up my soda here. We don't have a soda sponsor, right? All right, we don't, so I won't mention it. We do have an energy drink sponsor, though, don't we? Anyway, moving on to site here, they're rushing straight forward. Alphite and Vampy team up for a couple frags. They're still getting on here. Vampy was trying to find that shot, does do so. Alphite gets taken down in the process. Meat still standing there with 10 HP. Vampy jumps on top of it and finds him, taking him down, leaving Bukovac to fight against 4. Bukovac now, just chilling by Monster. Trying to see if anyone decides to peek on over here. Walking slowly. Trying to get in on here. Bukovac. Still trying to win out this round. That bomb, of course, is there, so Will basically has to limit everyone in order to do it, and is still aggressing onto this one. UV1 playing fairly far back. Of course, Demos is on the right as he continues the X-ray. Bukovac finds a headshot, tries to turn to where Demos is, does a decent amount of damage, but Demos ends up finishing off that frag. Unexpected victory, and the 3-0 run, go up 4-3 now in this one. And they're still buying ops over on Bingerbots' side. So they're definitely buying up heavily into this round still. Got some good rifles on UV1. Alphite only one kind of down to a FAMAS. Here's a molly in front of them as they were trying to move towards playground. They will smoke that off and then keep going. Bukovac flashes for themselves and starts walking into this area here at party. I like seeing UV1 kind of push into there. You don't see a lot of action in playground, fountain, like that area. And it's exciting to see some more action be put into there. Naft also playing pretty far up here. Deimos with him in the bathroom. I like the evolution of strategy, that's for sure, from UV1. Because admittedly, they're playing this map differently than they've played last season, for sure. We've seen them twice here now, so it's definitely intentional. Naft, as that smoke clears, has to move out of there. There, of course, is that one right around the corner there. Snowman's going to get right on top of him and take down Naft. So they have the number advantage now, but Deimos quickly makes it a 4v4 again. Deimos thinking about flashing. Vampy and Eglet, though, are able to pick up a couple frags. And we watch Deimos pick up that one, too, as well. Randy now, over down in connector, has to make a decision. Bomb down once again. UV1 have been doing a good job of taking out bomb carrier and putting Bingerbot's players in tough positions, because this would be a very, very tough clutch. Of course, with 15 seconds left to go, Randy will just be content with saving this AK. And we'll just hang out here. So another round winning here for Unexpected Victory. That'll be 2 in a row.
Counter-terrorists win.
They also find that op, too, which is nice. Vampy has that one now. See if they keep it or if they trade it over. Yeah, they are trading it over. Deimos will now be on the op. A fairly efficient one. Didn't have to go out and buy it. Let's see what happens over in Bingerbots' side. Randy, of course, kept that AK from the previous round, but everyone else is going to be to save. They'll buy some Tech 9s. Nate's coming out, and some aggressive play once again by UV1 running up short A. But this time, bigger bots are through tracks here, and they are potentially wanting to play for Monster. Vampy shooting in that direction through that smoke. Currently waiting. Vampy still trying to hit something through that smoke. Good throw down a Molly here, and then move over to the right side, take down one. Vampy finds another target. Naft finds 2 as well. Vampy then finishes off the last one. 3K for Vampy, 2 for Naft. 6-3 lead now for Unexpected Victory. That puts Vampy now in double digits. They got 10 frags here on the day. Naft right behind them with 9. Leading bigger bots, 10 with 8. Meat just behind him with 7. So that's 79-10 for those caching. In fact, we can count 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 in this game if we really want to. Is there someone with 1? Oh, there's someone with 1. We actually have the scores of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's crazy. I'm entertained by that. What else is entertaining? Tin trying to find a shot here on Naft. Does 50 damage to them. Does 100 damage to Deimos, finishing them off with that headshot. Snowman now moving through connector, gonna go up those stairs. Bukovac still back here near party. Tin playing up near the smoke. They're gonna nade in case anyone was trying to go for that and grabs the op for themselves. Smart play by Tin. You know, it's tempting to just like try to walk in there and then drop your gun and grab it, but Tin makes like a pretty heads up play because you never know what's gonna happen if you try to walk up and grab that, right? So I respect that from Tin. 55 seconds left to go. They got that huge pick. Took their op back for themselves. Snowman's getting a boost up here. Taking a look now. Naft playing far back in bank. 40 seconds left. Likely a split hit here. Eglet flashing out. Waiting, trying to slow down anything more. Throwing out a second flash here. Naft then tries to play on it, but Snowman will take him down. Teamed up with Tin on the damage there. Alfight finds the lurker here back on the B side. Eglet's also finishing off one more over on the other side. In fact, Eglet got 2. Snowman finally finishes off Eglet. So it's a 1v2 now. See if Alfight can do about it. Bomb gets planted here. Alfight walks right up to the bomb carrier, does a ton of damage to them, but actually switches targets and finishes off Snowman, and then takes out the person planting the bomb. Alfight with the big play, giant clutch, 3K on that round, 2K from Eglet contributed as well. Unexpected Victory will be up 7-3. Alpha grabbing that op once again too as well at the end of that round. What a monster play by Alpha there. It's easy to lose the nerve on that one, that you did so much damage to one person that you didn't take them out. You see another person. Alpha quickly switches targets to finish them off, and then still has the poise to finish off that round. Absolutely gigantic round from Alpha, and that's the kind of fragging we were talking about this team's capable of, that we want to see them do. Is that, like, again, we got to harken back to game number 1, just because that was a game where they just weren't hitting any of their shots, and they looked outclassed because of it. But when you see Alpha making plays like that, everyone making plays like they've made so far in this day, like everyone's had an opportunity to pop off in this round and an opportunity to show off their aim, and basically more times than none, UV1 have come up on top of that, and that is absolutely huge. Now they've built themselves a 7-3 victory as we get out of this pause. Let's see if they can continue to build on that as they've won 4 rounds in a row now. We are getting full AKs built up with Anchor bots here, so this is an important round for them as they are likely to need to eco, despite the max loss bonus, because they have spent quite a bit here, but it's not a perfect buy. We see a lot of utility here, but they don't need a perfect buy as you saw those 2 kills. Let's quickly make this a 5v3. Tin now, taking a decent amount of damage here, but ends up finding a way to spray down Deimos. Tin down to 3 HP, but still a 5v2. Naf finds them in water and sprays down both of them. Let's see if both of them could hold down their respective sites. Tin here, waiting to see if Egglet walks up to him, and that's exactly potentially what Egglet's doing. Like ships passing in the night, they walk past each other. But Egglet starts hearing footsteps behind him. Snowman goes to crosshairs. Egglet flashes to get himself to safety. They're starting to rush up short A now. Oh no! Egglet pulling out the wrong item at the wrong time. So Naf here with 39 HP, looking to clutch this out against 2. Already took down 2 in this round. Bomb planted and they're checking corners. They're playing back through A long. Naf finds the first. Flashes for himself. Turns and burns. Naf with 4K on the round. Absolutely clutching it again for his team. What am I talking about? People landing their shots. You saw it in Alpha last round. You see it in Naft in this one. And UV1 are up 8-3 as they've now won the half. 60 hertz in chat. It's the small things that matter. And I couldn't agree with you more. The plays that this team is making today on individual levels as well as a team have been awesome. UV1 look motivated to play. Now, throwing an aid there in case they were rushing up water once again. We know no one's there, so we can see the minimap, but they will also jump peek there and see no one's coming out yet. Deimos, meanwhile, is over here on the A site. Flashing for themselves. But no rush yet for the bigger bots as they are waiting out utility just like that. Deimos using it as their second flash to afford them the walk-around opportunity. Randy moving back to get the bomb. Minute 5 left to go as they grab this. Let's see where they decide to hit. They make a lot of A hits so far, it seems, for bigger bots, if I'm remembering correctly. And here they go, moving up short A. Egglet just around the corner is going to spray down one. Bukavec trades. Deimos is able to take down Tin, and then looks to find another one. He gets another. He gets 3 now as Deimos is hitting their shots too. Vampy's coming on. He's going from back of sight. Sees meat as the smoke dissipates and takes him down. Everyone is contributing in this game. 9-3 lead now for Unexpected Victory. Whew, bigger bots are up against a tough one. Despite Tin's pretty massive 12 frag effort they have for themselves, they're going to be forced into this eco. UV1 have come up and met the challenge, but again, 14-1 last time they met in the first half. No one jinx it. I don't know if that's... Is that jinxing? Is that Cassiger's thing? I don't know. They're coming up short A again. As Vampy is peeking towards water, but here they come. Hit through short A. Tin here with the Deagle, trying to make things happen. Right now, lots of flashes. Bukovac looking to get the plant down. Eglet and Deimos grab a couple frags. Deimos looking to grab more here. Now we tune to Vampy, who's looking back and forth. Finds Tin, takes him down. Bomb ticking away. People trying to run away, but Naf is going to go hunting. Gets a couple of shots, turns to the left, turns right back at them. Eglet running forward. We'll take them out. Clean anti-eco for unexpected victory. All of them live. 10-3 lead here for unexpected victory, as I can see chat now seeing all the clutches that happened back-to-back. The 3K by Alphite, the 4K by Naft. Those were both beautiful. And it's all led together again to this 10-3 lead. UV1 want closes out even more, though. Just because we've seen it. If it was any other team, I wouldn't even be thinking about it. But just because this is what happened last time. Bukovac finds Eglet being aggressive, but Vampy at least trades it right back. Vampy then finding Meat as the next target there. So 4-3, 4v3 now for UV1, and they're just letting Vampy play. And we talked about it last time we interviewed Vampy, that you might see more of that this season. And it's certainly fun to watch. Smoke coming down from Alphite as they are starting to move through Monster there. In fact, gotten through and surprised Alphite there, that's for sure. They're getting onto this B site. Again, they mostly hit A a bunch, but Naft is able to shut down another one. That's going to leave Snowman here. He's trying to deal with Deimos in heaven, but Deimos wins that one. 11-3 lead now for unexpected victory. To note, Bigger Bots so far 2-0 in the ESEA main season. UV1 with the win. Again, bordering on caster cursing. But if they do win it, they'll of course tie their record. But I believe Bigger Bots playing 2 games today. They played yesterday too. And I think they're playing 2 of their games today. So it's a lot of Counter-Strike in a day. Especially at a pretty high level. Default putting together by Bigger Bots. They have AKs here on this round. They need to find more picks because they've kind of been entering sites and they're getting mowed down a few times here. And that's the exact kind of pick they needed. They find Vampy. And that's been the rounds that they've won. They found those early picks and then translated that. So, of course, a UV1 focused stream, but just thinking about the other side and what they could be doing better is very much that. Nade hits Randy, taking him down to 7. 55 seconds left, and Snowman comes and grabs his bomb. Yeah, they seem to just kind of mostly are just way more comfortable trying to hit the A site. Randy is back there in water. And might try to make a play, but we'll see. 35 seconds left to go. They've yet to hit. I'd imagine they go for the A site. Yeah, they're starting to move into it now. 25 seconds left. They're certainly playing the clock. Going up and near the shot clock here. A nade does hit Eglet. 15 seconds left. They're actually flowing back to the B site. That Naft hears them all coming in to it now. Here's the bomb being planted. Turns around, takes down the bomb planter. That'll at the very least slow that down. Naft now hiding around the corner here. Deimos come rotate around to join. Meat is able to take down one. Snowman takes down another, but the time runs out on the clock, giving a pretty big lead, 12-3 for unexpected victory. Now let's see what Bigger Bots can do in CT side. A team that has proven to be very, very strong on the CT side. Expected it to be a closer half, but is this lead too large for them? That will be the question that they will need to answer. But you got to be thinking, if you're on Bigger Bots' team, like, man, when we were in CT on Inferno, man, we won that half like crazy. This is closer. This is a closer game than 14-1. So you gotta at least use that as motivation right now for bigger bots. You definitely can't afford to go down 12-3 on too many maps of Counter-Strike, but they just got hit 9. 9's the differential right now as we watch Naft lurking back as the rest of the team is starting to move through tracks. Meat sitting right here on this off ankle, surprises a couple of them, gets 2. Deimos is able to pick up Randy, but Meat's still alive somehow. Meanwhile, Bukovac sees Vampy move across there, misses their initial shots, but hits the last one to take down Vampy, so we have a 4v2. Shots being fired from Deimos, hitting down Meat. Tin, meanwhile, is moving back through Bank, looking over the A site. But Deimos and Naft got a minute left to play here on this pistol round. See what they decide to move on to. They need Johnny Esports for the PGL Major. That production was whack earlier. Thanks, man. At them. Let them know that Johnny Esports needs to be on the broadcast. Appreciate the comment, Grippy. Meanwhile, turning back into this round. 45 seconds left to go. Deimos and Naft waiting up here. Deimos has got the smoke. You're looking for it. Naft gets to do a firefight first, gets taken down by Tin. So now Deimos is going to try to do this with their own P250, but only 35 HP, so it's got to be something real impressive. But unfortunately gets tagged in the end. Deimos taken down there, so 12-4 will still be the lead for Unexpected Victory, but a pretty much needed pistol round there for bigger bots. UV1 now 2-4 in pistol rounds this season. I will track that for as long as I remember it. I'm not going to write it down or anything. Eventually I'll forget. But I'm actually just curious how long I'll remember that record. Alright, so we got some deagles. Mostly just upgraded pistols for UV1. No armor, no utility or anything. So let's see what they can pull off with that. Got some upgrades on bigger bots here. They're moving slowly around short A, but Meat is there to meet him. Meat takes him down. Flash is coming through here. See if Meat can handle it. Tin comes up and helps and takes down Alphite, so that's huge for them. As Tin finds another frag here. Tin with 4K. Huge play by Tin to grab that one. 5-12 here on the anti-eco. Johnny next biggest caster in Canada, maybe DreamHack Montreal in the future. I would love that, Ownerman. Not gonna lie, I would love that. Here we go now. Alphite starting to move up here. They're getting their way towards water already. Quick push from UV1. Vampy sticking back to see anyone pushing through Monster. Snowman dealing with a flash. Randy is the one through Monster there. See if them Vampy meet up at any point. Bukovac over here too as well. Here's Alphite. Chilling around and waiting for more Vampy again. Still just wanting to see that. Does see Randy and gets a little bit of damage onto them. UV1 trying to find some picks here. Fingerbot's mostly playing back. Deimos now picks up the bomb. 50 seconds to go here. They're all the way through bathroom here. Tin and Meat. Here's Deimos now walking through Monster, finds Randy, wins that fight. Just around the pillar is another target that Deimos takes down. We tune back into Naft here. He's gonna find 2 that come through connector. Sprays down the one and keeps shooting and takes down the next. Bukovac on the other side of the map was able to find one more, but Eglet finishes off that one. 13-5 lead here for Unexpected Victory. 19 frags for Naft. They're leading the team so far, leading the server. In fact, Tin has 18 on the other side. UV1 now able to force an eco on the other side here, so They're looking to finish this one off a little more cleanly. Some aggressive pushing through connector here. Naft is going to answer that with a molly. Meat just still waiting there. Then a smoke gets thrown down by Naft. So Bigger Bots try to go towards making aggressive play, but smartly slowed down by Naft. Damos comes back and grabs his bomb here as they look to start making some plays. The two of them, to note, are still in connector. Yeah, here's Tin just waiting to see if anyone comes down this way. They are starting to move. Short A as Vampy finds the one in the bathroom. Naft finds the people behind them. Gets that first initial pick there. Or I guess second pick of the map overall. But Alfight finds another one clean. Anti-Eco so far. Alfight then cleans up the last couple. 2 for Naft, 2 for Alfight. Vampy contributing one more. Leads to a 14-5 lead here for Unexpected Victory. Now we'll get Tin back on the op. So I believe will be the first time they're on the op in this half. But of course they popped off pretty strongly in the first half with it. Again, despite the team only winning 55 rounds, it has come away with 18 frags in this one, which is still like a ton to do on a losing side. It's impressive on its own merit. Match pause coming through here. But everyone in double digits so far on UV1. Like I said, everyone's kind of had a chance to shine here in this game and have won out in the opportunities where they needed to win out. So it's been awesome to see everyone in UV1 doing that. I can't recall a lot of times where I'm like, oh, they just missed their shot. Not in this game. That's given them a big lead here, up by 9. Here's Tin. Again, with that op, looking down short A. But that flash assist from Egglet is huge. Naft goes and takes down Tin. Big play by the both of them. Working greatly as a team. Snowman chilling out on the A side here. They are starting to come towards it. Bukovac, the one watching B. Vampy takes a nade here. Throws a molly right back at the nade thrower. And here comes the hit onto the A site. Vampy flashed up here a little bit. Damos does find that frag, but Snowman is able to pick off 2. Vampy eventually able to take them down, so we still have a 3v2. Bomb starting to be planted here as Bukovac's rifle gets poked right out there. Damos throws out the nade towards the back of site where Bukovac is, and then backs off from that position. Vampy, meanwhile, is able to find Randy. Bukovac trades, but there's still 2 more for Bukovac to deal with. They're turning towards A. Is playing off in the smoke. Damos in that smoke as well. Bukovac still looking. Damos just walks around quietly and waits for Bukovac to appear. Taking him down. Forcing match point here now. 15-5 is the lead for Unexpected Victory. Unexpected Victory now starting to move towards the B site. Tin here, staring down A short, trying to get something done with the dualies. Big force buy, of course. Bukovac found quickly. Alfight just able to grab that one. Then Vampy teams up to find another one. They're starting to make the hit towards his B site. Snowman trying to hold this one down. Snowman walking back and forth, trying to find an easy target, but just getting surrounded by a lot of utility. Great use of that by UV1. This is going to be a clean round they're trying to finish off here. Meat tries to flash for themselves and make a play. Flash does work. Blinds off Alpha and up. Picks up this AK. Now Meats has got to do it all by themselves. 1v3. Throwing down another smoke here. Bullets flying towards them, but so far holding strong. Vampy here continues to fire at them. Just wants to finish them off. He finally shows off. Deimos cleans that up, and there won't be a giant comeback in this one as UV1 cross the T's, dot their I's, and finish off this game. So UV1 win the rematch pretty cleanly here, 16-5. And let's see if we can get a nice interview here. We can talk to Naft, who had a fairly strong round. Of course, had that big 4K in the game. Let's see if we can get Naft for an interview. Another strong game from UV1. Able to improve to 2-1 now on the season. So it's definitely nice to see them pull that off. Interview with Naft. Oh, cannot get Naft. Naft is unavailable. So let's get Deimos in the chat. How you doing, my dude?
Hey man, doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. You guys did some clean work out here tonight. It was good to see. So we got a couple questions for you on how the match went. Actually, even before the match, were you guys like, do you guys remember your last match against Bigger Bots? Were you guys thinking about that at all coming in this one?
I mean, yeah, we remember it, but it was pretty sure that was on Inferno, so it was a whole kind of different ball game. Plus, they had, I think, 2 or 3 different players
Yeah,
than
two
the
different
last
players.
time we played them.
Yeah. So yeah. So like that, like for me, obviously, like I'm a caster, so I talk about some narrative stuff that maybe like players aren't even actually thinking about. But of course, you go up 14-1 in that first time around. They made that giant comeback. It ends up being 16-14. So was there like a point in this game where you're thinking like, let's not let them get even close to that. Let's just make sure we close this game.
That's always in the back of my head, my dude.
Yeah, that's totally fair. That's completely fair. Last game, I was talking to Vampy about like a little bit about game 1, how it just felt like no one was hitting their shots, and that made things kind of tough. But this was a game where I can't even remember a time where someone just straight up missed any shots. You all were hitting on it. Does that make it easy as an IGL, or what do you think about when it's like, oh, everyone's hitting their shots? Can you just call anything?
I mean, yeah, when I call like our kind of base setup and they're already getting a kill or 2, it makes things a hell of a lot easier. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, as things are kind of going forward through this season, as you guys are trying to improve, obviously, like main is just like a different ball game, I think, than I am. Or actually, from experience, is main really that much higher than I am from yours? I know you've been here before.
From my experience, it's about half of it's kind of the same, and half of it is significantly different.
Okay, yeah. So
it's like a
kind of
hard line in the middle of main, where half of them are kind of like the old IM teams. They're kind of all the same as what we're used to.
Okay.
And then the other half is we have to get used to it, which really coincided. Like the first game we played was a team that had been in main for a very long time.
Yeah.
Granted, their records weren't really great, but we also were coming off of our week and a half long break in between seasons, and like it's just a bit of nerves and rust on that one. And then a little bit of work to do, and I think if we play them again on that map later, it might go a bit significantly better than losing 12 straight from the same play.
yeah, for sure, definitely. So speaking I guess particularly about kind of the happenings in this game, it was fairly straightforward. You guys were able to kind of deal with things. The one thing I did notice that you guys made a little bit of an adjustment of, and actually correct me if I'm wrong, or if things just went better, but like basically Tin was really popping off on the op at least a little bit there, but I saw more, at least I think I saw more of an effort to make sure you kind of like flashed in there and didn't dry peek them off. Was that something talked about, or was that adjustment just something that inherently happened from the team?
Yeah, as we're playing better teams, we're running more into more capable oppers. So it's just that adjustment we've definitely made for this season to make sure that when we're running into op angles, we're covering each other with flashes first, so he's not getting that free kill anymore.
Yeah, great, yeah. So yeah, I saw for sure like definitely that adjustment, and then like obviously just kind of ran away from it there. So there's like, I don't know if there's even anything much about this game in particular to go about. So going forward in the season, I've also noticed at least on this map, obviously we've only seen you play this in Dust 2 so far. Maybe a more concerted effort to be more aggressive. Is that kind of the plan for this season to maybe like send Vampy out to do things, or Naft out to be a lurker, or anything like that? Is that more of a concerted effort putting forward?
No.
Okay. that's totally fair. All right. Well, that's completely fair. And well, congratulations on the big win, Damos. Look forward to watching more of the season. Enjoy the win. We'll see you next time, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for casting. Catch you later, buddy.
All right, see you, man. All right, folks, that will be that big game for UV1 as they win another one here, and awesome stuff to see them come out in this one. And again, against the team that, again, maybe they weren't really thinking about like that 14-1 giant comeback, but like specifically, you see like Damos mentioning that it's always a little bit in the back of their mind, but definitely wanting to close that out, and they did close it out in this one, and it's good to see. You see that like this whole team, you could almost draw like this straight line of improvement from where we've been watching them since they were in open all the way up to here, and it just kind of keeps going up as you kind of see a team they've already played against different roster, 2 different players, so it's not going to be exactly the same, but you can kind of see like, yeah, they just closed out this game 16-5, and that's awesome to see from Unexpected Victory, and I look forward to going forward. Our next match coming up here for UV1 will be on November 2nd is the planned date. That will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time. Eastern Time. Daylight Savings Time confused me. I never know which one it is, whether it's Standard or Daylight right now. Whatever. 10 p.m. Eastern. Tune in then to watch that. Folks, I've been Johnny Esports this full time. You can find me online on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of that at Johnny Esports, JONNY Esports. That's it for me today. Thank you to all of our sponsors, as you can see on your screen. We will sign off, and I'll see you all next time.
I just wanna sing you out to a breakup song. I said no. I just wanna act real bad, sing along to my makeup. Stay out real late, drink too much. I don't wanna break up, I just wanna sing you out to a breakup song. I think I'm alright, it's kinda hard to say. Honey, you and I were better than okay. So why do I feel like I'm going insane? I feel like I'm going insane. I don't wanna break up, I just wanna sing it out to a breakup song. I said no. I just wanna act real mad, sing along to my makeup. Stay out real late, drink too much. I don't wanna break up, I just wanna sing it out to a breakup song. Wouldn't curse you